Hey yo, thanks for tuning into The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. Despite promising the court that he would put up $50 million, his house, his mama's house, hire a private security firm to monitor his every move while he wore an ankle monitor, take weekly tests, and promise not to invite women to the crib, 2 different judges denied Diddy's bail requests, and he was bussed off to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, MDC. Both judges were like, "Sir, you're not in charge anymore. This is not Daddy's house, and you don't make any rules around here. So no, we won't be allowing you to set the terms of your own bail, and we certainly won't be entertaining your requests." Listen, this dude Diddy has some pair of brass balls, because could you imagine getting arrested, then going in front of the judge like, "Sir, this is what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to put up $400, my collection of Nike Air Force Ones, my mama's 94 Honda Accord, and you know what? I'm gonna also throw in 6 bottles of orange Tic Tacs to cover that bond so that I could get out." Oh my goodness, can somebody please tell Cuff Daddy that it don't work that way? Now, after only 2 days of being incarcerated and only 1 day of having a fight over the Frosted Flakes, sources are reporting that Sean P. Diddy Cuff Daddy Combs is not only in withdrawal from all of the pink cocaine that was in his system, but he's also been placed on S-Watch.
Diddy was once again denied bail, so he has no choice but to sit in jail until his trial. But now they're saying that he's on a watch, the type of watch they put you on when they're afraid you're going to do some harm to yourself. But with that all being said, I can only imagine how he's feeling. Let's not forget in that video apology that he did to Cassie, he said he was in a dark place. And if ever he was in a dark place before, I'm sure that he is in one now. I'm hoping that Diddy doesn't do anything to himself and that no one does anything to him, because I need to see him go to court and face the music for everything that he's accused of having done.
Y'all, Diddy is on S-Watch. I repeat, this is not a drill. This is a legitimate report. One of the biggest celebrity news outlets, in addition to these major news sources, People Magazine, is reporting that Diddy is on S-Watch. Diddy is on S-Watch. And I want to give this the respect it deserves.
The story we're tracking, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs on suicide watch at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after 2 judges denied his request for bail. This as a grand jury is expected to hear new testimony from sex workers very soon.
Wait, hold up. Hold up now. I've seen this movie before, you guys. It says Diddy has been placed on unalive watch as he awaits trial. Now, there was one guy one time who was a billionaire and he hung out with celebrities and had great parties and had a lot of dirt on people, and then he went to jail one day and then disappears. And then Diddy goes to jail and he's a billionaire and had a lot of great parties and had a lot of dirt on a lot of people as well. And now he's in the same predicament. Interesting. And can we all address the big fat elephant in the room too? So as soon as the news broke out that Diddy's arrest happened, all these CEOs just happened to step down. And it's still happening because as of today, the CEO of Nike has even stepped down. Now we can all speculate and we really don't know what's gonna happen next, but I think it's more so about not him, but what he knows and who else is involved. I mean, just think about it. They're running in the same circles for sure. So what if Diddy's list is Epstein's list? If that's the case, then they definitely want him gone too. This whole thing is playing out like a movie and this is a sequel, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Now, before y'all all get emotional and y'all like, Diddy, I told y'all, Diddy too soft to be in jail. They need to transfer Diddy to Club Fed. I know that what he did was wrong. But Diddy gave me mad jams to dance to in the 90s. Listen, first off, calm down, because Diddy being put on S-Watch at MDC is not an actual indication of his mental state, and it does not mean that Diddy actually was in there trying to harm himself, because MDC has a history of putting people on S-Watch when they first get into the jail. For example, they did the same thing to R. Kelly, and then R. Kelly turned around and sued the jail.
Singer R. Kelly is suing the Brooklyn jail where he was being held since his racketeering and sex crimes conviction. Kelly says he was wrongly put on suicide watch following Wednesday's sentencing. The R&B singer claims officials at the Metropolitan Detention Center knew he was not suicidal. Kelly was convicted last September for racketeering and violating the Mann Act, which bars transporting people across state lines for prostitution. He is seeking $100 million.
Yo, it just be killing me how these same dudes who be kidnapping chicks, locking them in rooms, not feeding them, having them squatting over buckets. These are the same dudes that as soon as they get to jail, they're the first ones complaining about their civil rights. Wow. Now, back to Diddy. It wouldn't surprise me if Diddy is up in MDC putting on a show for the security guards and the security cameras, because him and his attorneys are plotting and trying to find any way possible to get P. Diddy transferred to a more comfortable facility in New Jersey.
His lead defense attorney is attempting to move him to a different facility in New Jersey as he awaits trial.
See, P. Diddy thinks he's slick because he's trying to get transferred from the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, which is an administrative security level 2 federal prison which houses 1,541 male and female inmates, to one of 2 low-level security federal prisons in Jersey, FCI Fair Camp or FCI Fort Dix, which house 66 male inmates and 176 male inmates respectively. Nah, ninja, you wanted to rep New York all of these years when it was all about the Benjamins. Well, now that it's all about the prisons, you better rep New York too. It's all about the commissary, baby. Anyhow, P. Diddy just wants to change jails because he doesn't like authority, he thinks he's better than the jail that he's in, and he also doesn't like the fact that the corrections officers are over there like, I thought we told you to get back in your cell. I thought we told you to get back in your cell. I thought we told you to get back in your cell. I thought we told you to get back in your cell. Cause you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You're locked up for life, cause you's a bad boy. Now, P. Diddy's attorneys have given us a glimpse into Diddy's defense, and it appears that their plan is to discredit Cassie by saying that the freak-offs were her thing, and that Diddy just agreed to participate because he wanted to please her lust and desires. And the only reason that she's cooked up this whole ridiculous scheme is because she's a jealous girlfriend who got mad salty when she found out that Diddy was seeing somebody else. I wonder if they're referring to Gina Young, who was dating Diddy at the same time as Cassie, but also admitted that Diddy was beating her behind too.
I mean, like the first 3-4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an ass. So like, he was like always belittling me and always like, he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically me. He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
I told him, and he was like you're gonna get it right, and then I was like I don't know yet. And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it. The diddler is a savage. Well, anyway, Diddy's attorneys also plan to argue that the video of Diddy kicking Cassie in the hallway of the hotel was nothing more than a lover's quarrel gone left, and that the security video only caught the tail end of a dispute that started because Cassie was abusing him in that hotel room. Diddy claims that on the night in question, Cassie looked into his cell phone and realized that he was dealing with another woman, and after she realized that he was cheating, she busted him in the head with the cell phone and then stole all his clothes and tried to bounce from the hotel. Now, acting in self-defense, the only reason Diddy chased her down in his bath towel and his sloppy socks, tackled her to the ground, kicked her in the head, and then drug her back to the room is because Diddy, who was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and the shell shock from the whoop ass that she just put on him, needed to get back his clothes.
And let me just point out one very important thing. The prosecutors are seizing on something that happened 8 years ago. You know, this video that we've all seen, it's a bad video for Mr. Combs, and he said so himself when he gave his apology. This is 8 years ago, and the prosecutors are talking about him bribing a hotel security worker. There was no criminal investigation. This was just a matter of personal embarrassment because he and the person in the video were in the midst of a 10-year relationship that was toxic at times, but it was mutually so. And this whole notion that Mr. Combs is forcing drugs on someone is just nonsensical, and it's going to prove to not be true. These were adults in a relationship. This is a 10-year relationship. We can't forget that. This is a 10-year relationship, and it was adults and consensual, and everybody who was there wanted to be there.
And so when you talk about that video of Cassie Ventura, that was his then girlfriend, in the video, you said it's a bad video. It's pretty difficult to watch.
It is. No question. So let me tell you what happened.
Will that be used as evidence in court, do you think?
100%. So what I said in court today, and I'll say it again here, is the two of them were in a hotel. It was just the two of them. She found out that he was seeing someone else. She was going through his phone. She hit him in the head with his own phone, and then she walks into the hallway with 2 bags. One of the bags has all of his clothing taken from him, which is why he runs out in a towel. So this isn't her fleeing from one of these freak-offs. Why would she take his clothing? That's not what it is. And when the evidence comes out, this is going to be completely different than the government's portrayed it.
You know something? I'm about sick and tired of playing with Diddy. If Oil Chapo thinks that he's going to act like an innocent victim and try to slip out of jail by using the "you know how women are" defense, I got news for him. We ain't buying it, and I'm about to blow up this ninja spot, which everybody on YouTube should start to do, because he's not going to use Cassie as a scapegoat to explain away his poisonous, toxic behavior, because Cassie wasn't even born when this dude started doing illegal activities. For example, Cassie didn't make you break Kim Porter's nose. Cassie didn't make you rob and try to unalive Craig Mack. Cassie didn't cause you to steal all your first baby mama Misa Hilton's fashions and styles and then leave her homeless on the streets because you didn't want to pay the bills that you were obligated to pay.
That was a tough time in my career. The artists that I styled, when they blew up and they got to a certain point, you know, Vogue wanted them and Harper's Bazaar and all the high-end magazines, they wanted to bring in another stylist to execute my look. There were moments that my clients would insist that I be there, so there were times I could be myself and sometimes collaborate. But over time, some of my opportunities went away. Hi, Neil. I was paying employees, those insurances, those taxes, and then I had 2 children in college. The bills were coming, the money wasn't coming in. I didn't understand how to use money as a tool, and so I spread myself too thin. I could not keep afloat without making some sacrifices. I realized that I had to make a choice. Keeping my business afloat and letting my place go. My sacrifice was to give up my home. I would spend a lot of time in my car. I would sleep in my car. I would stay at the train station by the water because water is like one of my favorite places to be. It was my peace. It was my sanctuary.
Interesting. How you gonna be a billionaire and your first baby mama is homeless? Anyhow, Cassie didn't cause you to cut off Black Rob's medical insurance when you knew that he was sick and needed it most.
As far as, you know, all people up at Bad Boy, nobody reached out to me one time. I don't even care. Because all it takes is a press of the button, Department of Corrections, you know my name, you know my birthday. I used to work here. When I heard that, you know, this nigga went, seeing this nigga Wayne in jail, you ain't come CPR? Like, all the years we spent together, like, that shit didn't mean nothing to you, though? Like, you actually think I'm not your man? So that right there told me, like, yo, that nigga was never my man. Ever. You got like 50 employees, man. You ain't even have to whack them up. I got sick with the kidney shit, you know what I'm saying? And up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was asking me that I have insurance and all this. Yeah, I had insurance. When I was employed at Bad Boy Records, I had insurance. Oh, well, you need to call them and see what's up with that. So I called them. My lawyer calls them, and they talking about, oh, now we took them off of that. Y'all took me off of that, so I'm supposed to get these meds and shit, man. Oh, what? All right, so now it's like, all right, you took me off the medication shit, you took me off the insurance, okay? Now you take me off the website. You don't come see me. You don't write me. know what I'm saying? I didn't need no money, because like I said, I always get money. You know what I'm saying? Like my records sell, they sold, so I'm always gonna have some type of money coming in my account or whatever. It was like they said, well, fuck that nigga. All right? Now I'm home, and I shouldn't say fuck y'all niggas. You feel me? That's funny, right? Puff wasn't the one doing the records with me. You know what I'm saying? He was just the last word. Good record. I like that. I want to get on that. It's a good record. No, he's not in the studio 20 hours, 15 hours with me. Never. There wasn't no love over there, man. There wasn't no love. Like, you know, dudes was just using, like, trying to use me.
And oh yeah, since Cassie Ventura is the cause of all the evil deeds that you've ever done, I guess that Cassie Ventura called you from her elementary school when she was 10 years old, and she was like, listen Puff, steal Mace's publishing and put it in your mother's name.
Yo, I dare this nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts.
And then, Cassie must have called him back during her lunch period or recess and threatened him and been like, look Ninja, if you don't want me to ride my new Huffy Banana Seed bicycle over there and bust you upside the head with my new Nokia flip phone, you better run Wendy Williams out of New York.
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is going to do anything with y'all. No business at all. It ain't going to be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly.
But little Cassie wasn't done corrupting Diddy, because then she turned around and she made him pow-pow Natanya Rubin in the face, and then, like a little puppet master, she made him set up shine.
When I was a 18-year-old kid, you know, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud, and all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. That is the context by which you must always describe that relationship.
Oh, that little Cassie is ruthless, because she knew 25 years in advance that Diddy was gonna cheat on her. And she was like, I'm gonna start cuffing up your life before we meet, we start dating, and you cheat. Yeah, I'm starting to see it now. This is all Cassie's fault. And I'm more than sure that Cassie Ventura was the person who put it in Diddy's head to try to take out Biggie Smalls when Diddy allegedly tried to hire his bodyguard, Uncle Ron, to delete the Notorious B.I.G. when Biggie finally decided that he was going to leave Bad Boy.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy.
Listen, Uncle Ron was there during the time that Gene Deal was there, so we're gonna have to check with like Gene Deal to find out if this is true. But if it is true, this Cassie Ventura, man, she's a Spingali. Do you see all of the things that she's made Diddy do? And I bet you it's because all of the abuse that she was putting on Diddy, that she's the one that also made Diddy threaten Miss Jones and Freddie P.
Okay, I put my real cap on. Okay, I got it. I'm just saying. The real. One of his closest friends was the last one he dragged out paying her and refused to pay her. She was the very, very last one. And Diddy, I don't want you blowing up my house or my car or anything like that. Oh, I don't. Because I don't. He already threatened to put me in the trunk of a car. And
it's on tape. You know when we take you back in the room to do commercials, and he didn't know that the tape was running. And if I hadn't heard it, I wouldn't have believed it. And Lil' Kim said, leave Jonesy alone. Jonesy don't hurt nobody. Stop, yep. Hit me. You're my hero. Wow. Yep. So I just say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Me and him had done gotten some shit where he had done threatened me. Like, and this is like the first time, man, this nigga was cool as fuck before this. Like, not the best of friends, but he respected my mom. We hadn't got into something in his lobby where a bunch of cameras was around, and he was like, I'll buy every house in your neighborhood. He was like, nigga, he was trying to say I ain't bad. He was like, I'll buy every house in your neighborhood, and every time you come out, nigga, somebody will get popped. So I'm thinking like,
talking about pop now.
Now listen, when another nigga tell you this, man, you get your goofy ass on, man. Like, you ready? Get your animated ass. But when a nigga like Puffy tell you that, you go to picturing the shit. When we went home, I never came back.
So was it a vibe? It was an aura? Was it something that you seen, or when he said what he said that you was like, I don't want to be around?
Like, I'm the type of nigga, man, when you threaten me, it's up. Like, I was outside the studio the whole night. And let me tell you how funny God worked. I could talk about it now because nothing ever transpired. And one of my dudes that I was with, he had a heart attack then. So, you know, I ain't getting nobody in trouble. But we sitting across the street in the G-Wagon. I got the Mac on my lap. He got a 38 on. We done we sitting right across the, it's a parking lot, like across the street. And then it's an alley that'll shoot us right to the street, a one-way street that's gonna go straight to the West Side Highway. So I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? So we had done, did our little homework. We had done figured, you know, watch the block, make sure there was no police part out there. So we sat outside for 2 or 3 hours waiting on this nigga to come out. And he never showed up.
You was gonna give it to him?
Yeah, hell, fuck yeah, I don't play like that.
Damn.
Like, hell yeah, my mama sold out. Like, he was gonna get everything he asked for.
See? Diddy's attorney is absolutely right. This is all Cassie's fault. Even the fact that Day 26 said that when people sign record deals with people like Diddy, they're signing up to get effed.
I think, you know, there were a lot of expectations to some things that, you know, never mind.
Simple. Oh my God. When you sign up for a job, you trash. Entertainment is for sex, so certain people, you know, get their money differently.
I gotta go.
I'm talking about like something like you want to get paid. Maybe I'm different, and that's why I don't. You know, I probably don't have friends, or I don't have anybody really agree with me because, you know, certain people sign up to get fucked.
Oh yeah, I see what's going on now. Diddy was so scared of Cassie and all of the abuse that she was putting him through that's why he cursed out this NYPD cop.
Come over to the side so you can get the Diddy over here. You know what's going on? Yo, lower your fucking voice. I'm a man just like you. I'm a man like you. Listen, I gotta tell everybody out there. Let's go. Move the fuck on. Go. You understand me? I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't the motherfucker. Come on, just keep walking. Keep walking.
And of course, because we know just how devious, diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, and downright dirty Cassie Ventura is, she definitely made Diddy allegedly beat his girlfriend with a belt at Howard University in 1989, steal the proceeds from the Celebrity City College basketball game that left 9 people unalived, threaten and coerce his bad boy co-founder Kirk Burroughs with a baseball bat to sign over his share of the company, allegedly drug and S.A. Joy Dickinson Neal in 1991, allegedly R and abused Lisa Gardner along with Aaron Hall in 1991 too, allegedly abused and drug and assault April Lampros in 1995, threatened a New York Post reporter with a pistol in 2001, allegedly R Jane Doe number 1 in 2003 along with Harv Pierre, allegedly assault Crystal McKinney in 2003, bust record executive Steve Stout in the head with a champagne bottle in 2004, allegedly abused Dawn Richards from 2006 to God knows when, verbally abused Aubrey O'Day, throw a chair at Lorianne Gibson, threatened to put Danielle Smith in a trunk and then murk her in 2007, allegedly ex-traffic and gang Jane Doe number 2 in 2008, allegedly ex-trafficked Andrea English between 2004 and 2009, pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar and then fight J. Cole at an MTV VMAs after party in 2013, slap Drake in 2014, blow up Kid Cudi's car, hit a UCLA football coach with a kettlebell in 2015, and allegedly try to swipe his Diddy card in between Little Rodney Jones Jr.'s cheeks between 2022 and 2023. See, yeah, Cassie caused it all, because Cassie was over there drugging Diddy, beating Diddy up and down the hallways of his mansion, and also forcing Diddy to participate in freak-offs. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, Cassie Ventura didn't cause any of this, and when Diddy's attorneys were saying that it was all Cassie's fault, he was really just talking about the freak-offs and the abuse that took place in their relationship. We know that, but we're being overly dramatic and satirical to drive home a point, and that point is this. Diddy's been Diddy since before Diddy met Cassie, and Diddy has always had the same foul spirit. So, Cassie did not make Diddy do any of the devilish ish that Diddy's been doing since the late 80s, early 90s. So for Diddy's defense team to try to make it seem like Cassie Ventura turned Diddy out and turned this cherubic figure and model citizen into a monster is laughable. Especially since Diddy has a history of abusing every woman he's ever been with since the time that he was in Howard University. And also, there's evidence that Diddy was doing freak-offs with Kim Porter way before he met Cassie. So, how would Cassie introduce him to something that he'd already been doing for like 20 years? And then, for Diddy and his attorneys to try to make the argument that Cassie Ventura was up in that hotel room abusing him before he ran out into that hallway is crazy. But let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Let's say she did throw her iPhone 12 up against your bulbous head. That does not give you the right to chase her down, stomp her in the hallway like 3-4 times, and then drag her back in the room and then start throwing vases at her. And it also doesn't explain why you had illegal guns in your house, every drug known to man, and you also tried to fiddle-diddle Little Rodney Jones Jr. 6 years after Cassie was out the picture. I mean, come on, dude. You're gonna have to come up with a better defense than that. And Diddy's attorneys better really understand who their client is, because people like Professor Griff have been calling out Diddy and his agenda for years.
And then slick ass, gay ass Puffy, what the hell I did with that damn book? Mark Perry's book. Mark Perry talked about, is there some books over there? No. But anyway, I know it. Mark Perry's book, Dancing with the Devil. How Puffy burned the bad boys of hip hop. When you talk about Puffy hiring these gay French and Italian and European white dudes to design his clothes, we found out that they had put an implantable biomicrochip inside the label. So like the jeans you got on, you said, man, I get a 42 regular. Well, they took the small, medium tags and put it on the extra, the large and the extra large jeans. Then they married on the jail culture to hip hop, and now the butt crack became the new cleavage. Slick devils, man. This is why you get the dudes in the street now with the funny little hairstyles and the earrings and the cute little tight skinny jeans and this kind of thing. It's feminizing hip hop. Thank you, Puffy. We really appreciate that.
Wow, that's deep.
Listen, let me know what you think about Diddy being on S-Watch and trying to get moved to a low-security prison camp in Jersey. Also, let me know what you think about Diddy's attorney saying that Cassie abused him, turned him on to freak-offs, and got salty because she found out he was cheating. Gina Hunn saying Diddy tried to pay her $50K to unalive their unborn baby. Diddy allowing Misa Hilton to go homeless, then canceling Black Rob's medical insurance when he needed it most. Diddy putting Mason Better's publishing in his mother's name, exiling Wendy Williams to Philly, throwing Shine under the bus, allegedly putting a hit out on Biggie, threatening to unalive Miss Jones and Freddie P, having Day 26 out here talking about some people expect you to be paid with cuffs instead of cash, Diddy cursing out the NYPD cop and telling him he was going to kick his ASS, and Professor Griff saying that P. Diddy is the reason why so many hip-hop artists and black men are effeminate today. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.